Sony's design of Venom in Venom 1 and 2 still to this day gets a lot of backlash from fans. So let's talk about one of the people that worked on the film recently talking about these changes. So I think most of you know what Venom looks like in the Venom films. In case you don't or you forgot, here he is. This is what Venom looks like, right? Naturally, it got some backlash, but I think it's good. I really like the design. Would I have liked it to include a spider logo somehow on the chest? Yeah, but that's going to happen eventually. Would I have liked the eyes to be a little bigger? Yeah, definitely. But to me, it's recognizably Venom, and if I can look at it and go, oh, that's clearly Venom, they did a fine enough job. But some fans weren't happy, and quickly we saw things like this pop up. And it won a lot of fans over because it's a lot more comic accurate, right? I think the eyes here are something a little bit more that I would have liked. Honestly, the color a little better. The little red right along the side is perfect to me, especially how it's kind of going with the teeth and everything. Like, this right here is really great. But as I talked about it in the past, and we talked about it on the podcast, sometimes you can't do a one-to-one. And I said it's probably a legal issue, and that's why. Well, thanks to artist Hanning Sandin, who posted about it over on social media, comparing these two designs one above the other, he said, and I quote, "As somebody who worked on Venom, you can see my textures in the screenshot here. Let me tell you, there's a lot of politics involved, legal rights to the source materials, etc. The public has really no idea why something looks the way it does just by looking at the final product. The difference between making something by yourself at home without restrictions versus doing it in studio, politics, feedback, etc. is significant," end quote. So this is exactly what I've been saying the entire time, and people seem to ignore it, don't want to accept it or understand it. You cannot legally do the same thing from the comics without going legally to the people that came up with that specific design, that spin, making sure you contract to them, making sure that they're adequately, credited, and making sure from a legal standpoint everything checks out, or you could be in major trouble. So let's say, for example, Venom's 18th appearance, right? Somebody decided to do something specific with their art, and you suddenly replicate that in a film, but you missed it. If they notice it, and they didn't get paid or credited, the lawsuit you're going to have on your hands is tremendous. Also, that's not to say, what if the appearances of Venom in a Avengers run or something, which they contractually cannot use, is somehow illegally taken or by accident taken and tossed in there, and then that gets out there? I mean, then that's a Marvel comic. They can't legally use something that's appeared in this thing over here that they're not contractually allowed to, right? It's a whole headache. So that's why the designs look different and sometimes can never be comic accurate, because legally you are barred from doing it.